one of the most interesting differences that I found between Korean and American culture is that in the US, I feel like there are two camps divided when it comes to body image. There is one camp that's all about acceptance. So it doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, how skinny you are, how fat you are, whatever you've got, flaunt it. And don't give a shit about what anyone else says. Who cares about what the data says regarding your health? Just accept yourself because that's what it takes to take care of your mental health. And then there's this other camp that's like, you gotta go to the gym, you gotta be the best version of yourself. If you're a man, you gotta put on those gains and you gotta be as big as you can, etc., etc. And it's not to say that there's necessarily balance, because I feel like anybody who's seen what's happening with the US in politics knows that things have never been more divided with people who disagree with you. But in Korea, there doesn't seem to be any sense of accept yourself the way you are. It's like, if your body is unhealthy, change it, right? If you want to lose the weight, change it. Don't just accept where you are. Now, I'm not trying to say that one is better than the other. Obviously, everything has their pros and cons. Korea has one of the highest suicide rates in the world. And part of that is probably because there's a lack of this self-acceptance, right? Everything is always about, you gotta change, you gotta be better. So for me, as I'm reflecting on these differences, I'm actually reminded of this prayer, which is best known from Alcohol Anonymous. And the Alcoholics Anonymous prayer goes, God, grant me serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I feel like ironic truth is that that is applicable to all people. Except for me, I would flip it around. I would say the first thing should be you need the courage to change what you can. And the reason it requires courage is that if you really want to change yourself, if you really want to look yourself in the mirror and say, I like who I'm seeing, that means you have to be honest about the things that you don't like about yourself. And that's painful because it's so much easier to just protect your ego. But then I do think that there is equally a need for that impulse to say, when I have done the things that I can and I can no longer do more, or maybe I shouldn't do more for the sake of my happiness or for the sake of people around me who love me, to be able to accept that and to say, I'm at peace with the journey. So I'm curious to know, for you guys who are watching and where you're from, do you feel like there's a stronger impulse to just accept things the way that they are, or a stronger impulse to try to change and be better? Explore.